Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Cactus Cooks Presents, and welcome back to the only YouTube cooking show you need to be watching. Now, I haven't posted in a while, and I've had some personal things go on, and I didn't want to be in front of the camera for it. And, you know, but that's my burden to bear. The other reason that I didn't quite get a video out on time is because I was trying to do a review of the A&W's Beyond Beef Burger, which is a vegetarian option. There's no meat in it whatsoever, and my local A&W has sold out, and they don't know when they're going to get it back. They made it seem like it was going to be, you know, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, so I was kind of waiting on that, but, I mean, it's not going to happen. It will in the future, whenever they get the stock in, so be on the lookout for that, but that's not important. Today's episode, we are going to tackle potatoes, and not just any potatoes, hash browns. Now, I like real hash browns. I don't like tater tots, you know, the frozen granule, whatever, they're all the same. I like real, shredded, diner hash browns, or, you know, cut up potatoes, fried in a, you know, just in a pan or a griddle or whatever. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do the shredded kind. And come down, we'll take a look at all the equipment you need. So the equipment that you will need is a scrubbed Idaho or Russet potato. That would be yellow fleshed. This one's dirty. I haven't done anything with it yet. Just pulled it from the bag. What you want to do is you just want to scrub it, clean it. Do not peel it. The peel is good for you. It's not a bad thing. Okay, set that aside. You will need a clean tea towel, possibly a bowl, and you will need your handy box grater. What you want is the largest setting on your box grater, because I mean they've got slices or, you know, the minuscule ones. You want the big ones. If you have a food processor, you can do it up in your food processor too. Sometimes, I mean, it gets stuck and you waste whatever. I like the box grater. I know what I'm getting when I do it. So grate it up and put it on your tea towel or in your tea towel, and what you need to do is you need to squeeze all the excess moisture, just like that, out of these potatoes. You want to do as much as you can, because a wet potato is not going to do well in the pan. It's not going to stick together. You're not going to have a good time. So squeeze out as much as you possibly can, and when it's done, you'll have a nice blob of potato like this. Now, the other potential things that you need, you obviously need, can't say potential, you need salt and pepper if you like. Salt for sure, because starch always needs salt. Salt before, salt during, salt after. At least salt during, before you flip, and then salt when it comes out, because starch will just absorb all of your salt and it will not taste very good if you do not do that. So get yourself a nice pan, which I've got, and we'll take a look at how to actually prepare. Okay, so get yourself your pan, set your temperature to medium-high, and while this is heating up, that's the perfect time to do your potatoes. So strain them all out, do whatever. You need roughly about 4 ounces of potatoes. I found that most of my potatoes were about 8 ounces. So after weight, it cuts down to about the 4 that you need. And yeah, so get yourself a spatula so you can flip them. And you need some sort of oil or grease. Now, I'm just using canola oil. Actually, I'm using vegetable oil. Because vegetable oil has a low smoke point. I believe I've talked about this before. The higher the temperature of oil that you get, you know, some start to smoke, and you don't want that. You don't want your house filling up with smoke. Vegetable oil is quite a good one. Peanut oil is up there as well. It's one of the best. But if you've got peanut allergies and everything else, obviously don't use peanut oil. So that's why I usually use vegetable oil, safe. Canola oil is alright. Olive oil is the worst. Do not use olive oil. Bacon fat is also recommended for this if you want that real diner experience. So, you know, because obviously when they make the hash browns on the griddle, they don't really clean the griddle. You just get all the flavors of all the diner in your food, which is fine. So if you have bacon fat, you want to make bacon, you're doing this for breakfast, save your bacon fat aside and use that in your pan. But I do not, because all I'm doing is making these hash browns. So while your pan heats up, like I said, do your potatoes, and when that is ready, get your oil in your pan. Little splash of oil. Get the oil around in your pan. Scatter the potatoes all around in your pan. Get your big ball of potatoes and make sure you scatter them decently in the pan. Just like so. Spread them out a little bit more. Just like that. And while they're scattered, get your salt, a good pinch of salt on top. And let these go for about 5 minutes is what you want. So good pinch of salt. If you really want, get some pepper on there too. You know, anything you really want. Season it. Season it right now, and we'll check back on these in about 5 minutes. I should also mention, in the 5-minute cook time, do not touch them. Once you've spread them out, salt and peppered them, leave them. Do not disturb. So set your handy timer, 5 minutes. Don't necessarily walk away. That's always a bad thing, to walk away from food on the burner, but do not touch them. So once 5 minutes is up, turn your heat from medium low to low and attempt to flip. Now, it seems to be all in one go, and if I am any good at this, I'm going to screw it up. Oh, I did not. So it seems like mine was a little bit high temperature, but it doesn't look too bad. So leave it for another 5 minutes, and then they're essentially done. So when they are done, after the last 5 minutes, the only other thing that you need to do to these is serve. And, I mean, stick a fork in them, because they're ready. So, transfer to a plate, and, ooh, beauty. So, they are hot, obviously, because they just came out of a pan, but they should be nice and crunchy on the bottom, a little bit crunchy on the top. You can hear that crunch. That's what you want. Crunch on the bottom, soft on top. Salt them if you'd like. I kind of salted them a little bit in the pan. They will need more. And that's it. If you want to do this another way, when you put them in a pan, put them, you know, around the outsides, leave a little hole in the middle, put your egg right in the middle of it. Or, you know, do a secret pocket here or here and put your eggs in there and cook them at the same time. It won't take the full 10 minutes to cook an egg, unless, you know, that's the way you really want your eggs. But, I mean, you can cook them in the nest like this as well. And if you want to do, you know, corned beef with it as well, I mean, that's your prerogative, but that's a different episode. So, hash browns, diner hash browns. This is the first actual time I've made these like this, so I will taste test them. They definitely need more salt. But they're delicious. They're crunchy on the bottom, soft on top. Just the way that I like them. If you like them a little bit more well done on top, obviously, leave them on a little bit longer. They're lightly browned on top, and they're perfect. These are hash browns to me, not the frozen cubes that you normally get at the cheap diners. So that's it for this episode. Next episode, I'm actually going to do a life hack. I'm going to put my hands on the line about chopping hot peppers and what you do if you get the heat on your hands. I'm not 100% sure if I'm up for it, but it needs to be done because it happened to me once, and yeah, I had no idea what to do. So if you don't have gloves and you're chopping hot peppers, or if you have a hole in your glove, get on there. That's what we'll be talking about next video. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the Beyond Beef video whenever it happens. As soon as the restaurant near me gets the burger, that video will happen. And that's it. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see even more great Canadian content, head on over to funetwork.tv and check out all the good Canadian shows that are featured on the website, including Cooking with Ed and Red.